welcome back to the Tonkraftwerk Advent Calendar. It's December 8th and this is today's beer. Looks great, doesn't it? It's like, I love these like old school stuff. So it's the Linzer Bier Original. Yeah, from 1921 they've started brewing this, so let's try it out. While I'm pouring this beer, I'll send you to the next segment today. Today we don't have a shortcut, we have something even better. It's my friend James Lugo. He's an exceptional engineer, guitarist, singer, everything. He just does it all. And he's done a segment for me last year. Go back and check that out. I put it in the description. And also check out James's YouTube channel. There's so much great content there, and I'm constantly learning from this guy. I'm really happy to have him here, James Lugo.
So this is a video for my buddy Anders Motes. I'm James Lugo, and I love Anders, and he has been a Pro Tools tech for me, and he has helped me in more ways than one, keeping this crazy rig going. So what I want to show you for his calendar thing is a trick, and a lot of people use it. It's not some big mystery, but before I was hip to it, once I became hip to it, I was like, wow, this is great. So for me, I do a lot of commercial music. I do a lot of licensing. I do cues. I do kind of sound-alikes. A lot of my clients are going after a specific thing, whether it's like, I want to sound like Ariana Grande or Metallica or whatever. And you can utilize references while you're working just to keep you in the right perspective, because sometimes, as I know for me, as I'm working, I can start to veer off and I think, yeah, this rocks, and then when I take it out in the truck, I'm like, whoa. It's like, whoa, turn the cowbell down, Lugo. But references kind of can help you, and especially sometimes with commercial music, they want it to really sound exactly like that. They don't really necessarily want your vibe. They do and they don't. So what I'm playing right now is some of my own tracks, my own music and stuff, so there's no licensing issues. So if you check it out, so here's some drums, right? Here's some drums. Beautiful. Tarek Iridella. Now, I think to myself, Tarek is the guy that I just said Tarek Iridella. People are like, is he talking about chocolate? No, that's the drummer. Anyway, so let's say we think, I really want the drums to kind of sound like this song, On and On, which is another one of my songs. And again, the only reason I'm bringing in my own stuff is so that, it's licensing is all good. Convert. I'm going to pull this track in to my Pro Tools rig. And you can do this probably in Logic or Ableton or Cubase or whatever you got going on. It probably all works about the same thing. And I highlighted the last drum track so that then the import will come right below it. You're going to like this. So check it out. So I use an Aviset, a Crane Song Aviset, which controls between output sources, input sources, all that stuff. So if I come to this On and On track, first of all, I'm going to turn it down because it's going to be loud compared to my drums, like that. And I have separate outputs. So output, I'll mute it right now. Output 1 and 2 is my main output. Then I have also a digital one, which if I hit that, then I hear the computer. I hear like YouTube, Spotify, and iTunes or whatever. But I also have an analog 2, which is in my I/O is called Ref, which is 7 and 8. You see Ref? See it? Boom. So now this track is coming out my Ref. So now if I'm on 1 and 2, I hear my drums that I'm working on. And then if I go to 2, I hear the song that's kind of what we're going for. And then you can toggle back and forth. Yeah, so like the cymbals are obviously more compressed in the mix. It's a little bit less in the kick, in the snare drum. And this is so huge because it's such a component of not only doing commercial music, but doing other people's music, you know? Because a lot of people come in and they're not, you know, they just want to, they're going for something. They're like, you know, and I'm in Nashville. People will be like, hey, we're looking to get kind of that Luke Combs vibe or Taylor Swift or whatever, you know? So, especially if you're like not the most adapted to, like, that's not my thing, right? I mean, I'm a rock dude, but anyway, this is really a cool, amazing thing. There's also a way you can do it if you don't have multiple outs. You could just have the reference coming out 1 and 2. And if you have like an S1 or like a little control, like a little mixer, you can toggle between solo and mute on this. So if I mute this, now you'll hear the drums. And then if I come and solo it. So that's not the way I do it, so it's not super graceful. But if I had my S1 out, I could just go click, click, because I could basically have this track muted, and then I'm hearing the drums. And then when I come, I click on mute and solo, and it reverses them, and then it kills the drums. And the other thing, and I know there's a few of these plugins, but this one seemed to be the best. There's a plugin that does this, and I just got it a couple of weeks ago, and I only messed with it for a minute, and it is cool. It's ADPTR Metric Halo. Metric Halo, they sell it through Plugin Alliance. It was on sale for like $25 or something. This thing is amazing. And then you're just going between, and you just pull songs into here. So I guess, you want to try it? I don't know. Let's do it. All right. The video's too long. I talk too much. But you get the gist of it. You can then slide the song in there, and then you just go between your mix and the song. And there's also different ways to analyze it. You know, the imaging, the loudness, the spectrum, the this, the that, the hoot and the nanny. So then you can really dial it in. I do it the other way most of the time because I'm just old school. But this is a great plugin, and I know there's a couple of other companies that make this type of plugin, but in my research, it seemed to be unanimous that Metric AB was the one to get. So that's it. Referencing is huge. I cannot be overstated how powerful this tool is. If you're not doing it, try it. Yeah, and if you like it, then great. If you don't like it, then you don't do it. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's it. I want to thank Anders Motes for inviting me to do this, and it's always an honor. And y'all have a good, safe holiday. And, when in doubt, bring the rock.
Bring the rock, James. Thank you so much. That was great. I'll definitely look into that workflow. Thank you so much. So if you haven't already, you have to check out James's YouTube channel. It's so much great content of him doing extraordinary things. And also some of his older videos where he's using the old SSL 4000. I just love those videos. Thank you so much, James, and Merry Christmas to you. Now I need to taste this beer. Whoa, that's really good. Great beer. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check back tomorrow for tomorrow's great keyboard shortcut of the day. See you tomorrow. Bye.